afternoon, everybody. This is Harmeet with Sigma Picks. Thank you for tuning in. We're going to be doing our weekly Elliot Wave analysis of three major markets represented by SPY, QQQ, and IWM. All right, let's get going. So, what a week. Last time we were discussing that, we're expecting the target SPY to hit somewhere around 425, and because we had confluence of some major fib levels. So what ended up happening is we got pretty close, I think, well, relatively speaking, from these two, and then we saw a move down and then a move back up. And I had to go back and redo some of my wave analysis for this last fifth primary wave right here. Okay, because I was expecting the fifth 505 to go somewhere up here. It did not. I was expecting, we had the way we had it, I think, if I remember correctly, this was 3, this was 4, and we were in the fifth wave, and we were saying this is 1 of 5, and we're at 2 of 5, and so forth, and we were up and running. But that did not happen. We broke down below this level. Okay, we broke down quite a bit below that level, and that kind of negated all of that idea and kind of, pretty much said that the fifth wave, the primary wave, was over for now, from what we have, and we are well under our way in the fourth primary, a larger, more of a consolidative, time and zone and area where we could see SPY kind of consolidate for a little while. So just quickly, from what I am seeing right now, I think, and I, of course, there's, depends on how futures open, but I think the chart is kind of set up for a short here, but that doesn't mean that that it can't just go and negate all of that and go on to make a new high within the next few weeks. Just to be mindful of that. So this is just, from what we have now and what it looks like. And this last week we had this big move down, okay, gap down, and we came back up and we had our ABC correction. And then from there, seems like to me we have another ABC correction, okay, to move back up and trying to finish filling this gap right here. Okay, and also you can probably see that made a pretty stereotypical, upside down head and shoulders, and kind of is above that level now. So, that being said, it is showing where some signatures of saying that this is A, B, and C, it's within the larger correction that we're seeing. It did, this is the zone I'm going to be watching. We're in between it, and if any failures occur, I would expect it to go down to this area, or at least go test the bottom right here. Okay, I will be setting up shorts trades. That's at least my bias going into next week. We have to be cognizant of the fact that markets kind of will do what they want to do, so be ready for anything, long or short. But at least for me, my bias is short. I am expecting it to get to 400 again, to retest these zones, and that also means that we will come back and fill in this gap that has not been filled so far yet. As you can see, just from, I'm going to draw it right here. Whoops. There we go. Okay, so we have not filled that gap yet. So we're still in this, area that I think will get filled, and that kind of makes that jives with this zone, okay, where ABC stereotypical zigzags will correct to. Okay, so let's go to our next um, chart. QQQs. So Qs, boy, same thing. I had to correct and say that we are in the end of a primary wave. Okay, I had to go and say that at this point. I don't like the fact that it was not a very long wave, so that means it lost all of its momentum. Okay, when it retraced over, and then now we are pretty much seeing is that it's entered this what it looks like to be a Darvis, you know, a Darvis consolidation. That being said, so where are we right now? So let's just quickly zoom in. That's what we want to see. We finished. At least for me, I think we finished this. It does the the pullback is showing a five-wave structure. Okay, and also so far it's showing that it's a leading diagonal. So that's pretty much where I think I am with this, and I am again a little bearish, and I would expect it to go down. I'm not going to show you guys what I think where some zones are. I think that something that people can do on their own, and they should, because these videos are for education, and I think there's enough out there for you to project where the fifth wave could be for a leading diagonal. That being said, since I am thinking this is a leading diagonal, okay, we should see an ABC move back and then another um, move down. Okay, that's my kind of hypothesis on it. Again, it doesn't have to work out that way. You just be ready for what markets will give you, but be cognizant of the fact that this is gone into a more stagnant zone, and don't expect Qs to just kind of rally out of it real fast. If they do, expect failures to occur at this point. There is a lot of weight on tech, and it's just not, the charts are pretty much showing that. What are, you know, what can you do? I mean, if you're not if you're a trend trader, obviously we are not in a trend, so probably would sit back. If you like collecting premium, hey, this may be a good opportunity to start collecting some premium here and there with ICs and so forth. Okay, so let's go to our next chart. IWM, pretty much the same idea. It is nothing's really changed from the previous time that we had the discussion, and is still showing the stereotypical movement within a Darvis consolidation, and or a flat consolidation, whichever you may want to call it. We had discussed how there's this head and shoulders being formed, okay, and that is still in play. There's nothing that says that structure has not been negated. We have not went up to make a new high and confirmed that it is negated. So we are still somewhat neutral to bearish stance with IWM. I do expect it to go ahead, go and test this 203, 208 area, excuse me, and we'll go from there. But for now, it did have a little bit of bullish. If I don't know if you guys follow harmonics, this is a bullish butterfly. Or a bullish W pattern. Expect it to go down at this point after this completes. So that's where we stand with IWM. Again, there's nothing much going on. The markets, I feel like, are in consolidation, are neutral to bearish stance, and there's nothing that says that all the rallies that are going to be happening and people are not going to be shorting into those rallies or taking advantage of putting on some short positions, depending on how where you are in your trading career, if you're, if you're a hedge fund, you're going to be looking for areas to start putting on shorts to, to have a longer shorts on. But if you're a trader, you're going to be trading in and out, either, being, either with, options or whatnot, but it's just much faster. So, not much to do at this point. If you're a trend trader, you just kind of sit back and, watch how the markets behave and take your cues. Again, don't rush in, and let's see how they go for the next week. Okay, have a great afternoon. Thank you for tuning in. Hopefully, we'll have some excitement our way sooner than later. Have a great afternoon. Bye bye.